Hello, my name is Amit Saugule, and today we are going to talk about scanning, and more specifically about port scanning, OS version detection, and finding vulnerability of remote host. We are going to discuss about some definitions, then what is Nmap, what are port numbers, and overview of the scanning part. Definitions. What do we mean by scanning? The dictionary meaning of scanning is looking at all the parts of something carefully in order to detect some feature. What is port scanning? Port scanning means enumerating the open ports on target host. OS version detection is determining the operating system and hardware characteristics of network devices based on observation of network activity of said devices. TCP/IP stack fingerprinting is another name for OS version detection. What is vulnerability in remote host? It is determining the weakness or flaw in any system. Nmap. Nmap means Network Mapper. It is a free and open source utility for network discovery and security auditing. Nmap uses raw IP packets in novel ways to determine what hosts are available on the network, what services those hosts are offering, what operating systems they are running, what type of packet filters, firewalls are in use, and are dozens of other characters. It is available for Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. Latest version is 7.9x, where X can be 1, which is the latest one. Nmap suite includes ZenMap, which is a graphical user interface for Nmap, and other tools like NCAT, NDIF, and NPIC, as you can see on the slide. What are port numbers? Port numbers are 16-bit unsigned integers ranging from 0 to 65,535. Among these, 0 to 1023 are well-known ports, 1024 to 49,151 are registered ports. These are maintained by IANA, which keeps the official list of all the ports. Dynamic or private ports range from 49,152 to 65,535. These are called ephemeral ports. The dictionary meaning of ephemeral is available for temporary purpose. Few examples of well-known ports are 80, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, 443, that is HTTPS. So port scanning. The main goal of port scanning is to find out which ports are open, which are closed, which are filtered. When we say a port is filtered, what we mean is that the packet passing through that port are subject to filtering rules of firewall. If a port is open for incoming connection requests and you send it a sync packet, the remote host will respond back with a sync async packet. And if a port is closed, your computer sends it a SYN packet and the remote host will respond back with RST packet. The usage is as described on the PPT. We'll see this in the demonstration. What is OS detection? As discussed, it is also called as TCP/IP fingerprinting. So what does Nmap does in the OS detection? One of the Nmap's best known features is remote OS detection using TCP/IP stack fingerprinting. Nmap sends a series of TCP and UDP packets to the remote host and examines practically every bit in the responses after performing dozens of tests such as TCP ISN sampling, TCP option support, and ordering, IP ID sampling, and initial window size check. Nmap compares the results to its Nmap OS DB database of more than 2600 known OS fingerprints and prints out the OS details if there is a match. Each fingerprint includes a free from textual description of OS and classification, which provides the vendor name, example Sun, underlying OS, example Solaris, and OS generation, example generation 10, and the device type, general purpose router, switch, game console, etc. As discussed, TCP handshake has sync, async, and acknowledgement packet. Finding vulnerability in remote host. Nmap has a Nmap scripting engine which is powerful enough to handle even the demanding vulnerability check. It uses Lua language. The fun fact about Lua language is it is also used in Adobe Photoshop for scripting purpose. Vulnerability detection means when a vulnerability is discovered, you often want to scan the network quickly to identify vulnerable systems before the bad guys do. While Nmap isn't a comprehensive vulnerability scanner, network scripting engine is powerful enough to handle the demanding vulnerability checks. When the Heartbleed bug affected hundreds of thousands of systems worldwide, Nmap developers responded with the SSL Heartbleed detection script within 2 days. Many vulnerability detection scripts are already available. So as discussed, the fun facts are Nmap was named Security Product of the Year by Linux Journal InfoWorld, linuxquestions.org, and Code Talker Digest. It was even featured in 12 movies including Matrix, Die Hard 4, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, and The Bourne Ultimatum, as you can see in the screenshot present over here from the movie. Now let's move on to the demonstration part real quick. So here we are at the Kali Linux where I'll be demonstrating the commands. So the first and very basic command that we can try is nmap and then the target host IP address. Oops. Okay. As you can see, it has listed all the open ports. For the demonstration purpose, I'm using this nmap command on the Metasploitable OS that I have installed in the VBox. These are all the well-known ports. Also, few other ports are present. There is another thing that you can do is find the version of the ports services that are present. So as you can see, similar to the table that we have above, we have received another table along with the OS version. So the FTP version is VSFTPD 2.3.4. You will be able to see the time. The time taken is 11.56 seconds. So it's pretty quick. Now, if we want to find the OS version, so we have to run the command. Sorry. Okay, since I'm running Metasploitable, it has given me an output as Linux 2.6.x, which is correct. Now, let's run some scripts. So, Nmap has a lot of scripts, but what I will do is I will run all the scripts all together so that we have something visible to us in our. Oops, sorry. Okay, so you have to be very careful while typing the commands. This one takes a lot of time, so let's pause the video over here. Okay, so after a long wait of 349 seconds, we've got the results, but it is less than what we expect. So let's go through the output. Okay, so SSL Poodle is a script that has been run, which has given an output as it is vulnerable, and you can see the details over here. Similar with SSL DH params, vulnerable, Diffie Hellman key exchange insufficient group strength. So this is also vulnerable. So since Metasploitable OS is meant to be vulnerable, so that's the reason we are getting too many results. So that's it from my end. Thank you for watching.